Hey, everybody. It's been a while. This is Erik. I'm with New Hope Counseling and Simple Recovery. And we're going to talk today about the terrible twos. The terrible twos are called terrible because everything was going so good. You have this cute little baby, and then something happens where they're cute, and then they're not so cute. And it's very shocking, very, very shocking when it just looks so bad. And I remember the days we actually didn't have as much challenge as other parents as I've worked with. People will come into counseling over this. So I've read about it and applied it. And I'll share a little bit of my professional experiences, my own personal experience. Let's start, and this is going to be in many sections, but let's start with understanding what's happening. When a baby is born, that baby started off in the mother's womb. The mother thought for the child, felt for the child, ate for the child. Everything is so one package. Then the baby's born, and you pretty much wear the baby. You know, what did you do? Feed the baby, hold the baby, look at the baby, sing to the baby, just adore the baby. And that's just kind of how it is. If you don't do that, trouble happens. And just natural instinct to want to be with the baby. I remember going to work and I felt sick to my stomach. And here I am, the dad, but I just felt like I don't want to miss out. Boy, this is the old days, that fear of missing out. But it was there, you know. But what I did is I just adjusted my schedule some. Um, so when a baby goes to more horizontal versus being held, or sorry, vertical, and they start to be able to want to explore in ways they never thought they could explore, because now they can climb, now they can crawl, now they can walk. They're walking. That is such a sense of independence. And with that, there's kind of a fear factor of it, but then there's not a fear factor. It's these two, they're not even conflicting emotions, they're there. Then that toddler wants to go play with this electrical cord. Not a baby, the toddler wants to not be in the car seat. The toddler wants so much, much more than what they ever wanted before. Before, and I'm not trying to dehumanize them by saying this, they wanted to be held, comforted, you know, fed, diapered. They don't say, I want to watch this show as a 5-month-old. No, it just doesn't work that way. Their needs are very simple. Give me mommy, give me daddy, give me mommy, give me mommy, give me mommy, give me daddy, mommy. You know, I don't want this person. So they're easy to please. And you're going to see where I'm headed. Yeah, you're going to see where I'm headed. Um, I'll say I've been inspired recently because I have grandchildren now, which I'm really thrilled about. And so it's all coming back. They're easy to please if you're about one and under. But you begin to develop as a person and you have so much more complex needs and wants and desires. And so you start to want things where it might not be safe. Your parents might say, no, we're not doing this. Or no, we have to get into the car. We have to go. Or you have to be diapered. You know, there was always kind of a struggle with that. But no, so the beginning of conflict happens. Parents that get a lot of support and feel good about their parenting are going to do a little bit better. If we feel insecure, if we are nervous, if we feel guilty, the kids unconsciously pick up on all that. And then they don't try to deviously, consciously manipulate that, but it's just easier to manipulate. So, but if we're assured and we begin to say, no, sorry, you can't play with that, and we redirect them at the beginning stages, okay. But happy birthday to you. You know, when you turn 2 or a little bit before 2, all of a sudden that's not good enough. They go, well, I still want that. And I can remember that I want that. And why aren't you giving that to me? Before, love felt like, to them, every time you gave me what I wanted, it felt like love. If you're giving me things I don't want, that doesn't feel like love. And so then I am going to either protest, try to be angry to try to get my needs met that way, or I'm going to grieve. I'm going to feel really, really sad. Like, what happened? You gave me everything I wanted. Now you're saying no. Well, the parent hasn't really changed. It's the child that's changed, and they don't really perceive that. So if you see a tantrum, which we haven't gotten to tantrums yet, but a tantrum or protesting is protesting, it actually helps to know what's going on. Then you don't take it personally. There's nothing to take personally. Everybody has to go through that. By the way, if you don't go through it as a 2-year-old, it's not a good thing, because the people I see with difficult, well, let's put it mildly, difficult situations with teens, it's that the mother says, oh, well, they never went through the terrible twos. And it's like, well, you're going to go through this sense of separateness sooner or later. So that's one thing. It doesn't feel like love. The other aspect to this is that I'm beginning to separate. And so we start to get separation anxiety. We start to go, oh my gosh, before, when mom or dad gave me whatever I wanted, which, why you say no? Because it was all reasonable. It felt like they were me. But now they begin to feel like, oh no, I'm actually a separate being, which feels great. Yay, I'm a separate being. I get to be myself, which is natural. The problem is it kind of scares the heck out of people as well. Like, wow, so when I'm enmeshed, all my decisions are made for me. I don't have to decide. And there's comfort in that. But then I get to be separate. I like to be independent. I want to make my own decisions. I want that sense of industry and being able to do things for myself. But I also feel sad that people aren't doing things for me anymore. But I also like the fact that I really like to be my own person. In fact, I'll go run down this road in the street and explore this, or I'll pull these books off the shelves, thinks it's funny. And then it goes back and forth, back and forth. So it's not a static thing. It's not like a step where, okay, now I'm here. No, it's going to be up and a down, up and a down, up and a down experience. So that's probably a good introduction and probably a good stopping place for kind of the next big topic. Feel free to reach out with comments and questions. We're going to talk about how all this relates to us as adults and what happens if people never really go through this and they're an adult. And if the adult feels like, you don't give me what I want and that doesn't feel like love, we can trace that back to being a 2-year-old. And narcissism is actually very popular to throw around. I think it's sad, because I think so many, it's not the best use of the word narcissistic, but narcissism has as one of the traits that quality of, if you reflect back to me, then that feels like love. That's very appropriate for a child from 0 to maybe 1, or maybe as late as 18 months, depending on what they're doing, where they are in their development. You take care and have a great day.